I plan on going to many conventions. How do I save money for them? If you are asking this question, you are likely in my shoes, wanting to get more experience with or more involved in the fandom. So, how can one attend multiple conventions in the same year? Well, the key to doing this is, well, I hate to say this word, budgeting. Aerith said a naughty word! Yeah. But the word budgeting isn't as vile as some other words, to be honest. Let's take the following scenario into account, which is happening for me this year. I would like to attend Furry Weekend Atlanta, Ethicon, Motor City Furcon, and potentially, as in, I'm hoping to attend Midwest Fur Fest, or MFF. So, what convention do you budget for first? Typically, conventions open up their convention bookings in the following order: attendance and registration, hotels, and overflow hotels. That is literally it. Beyond that are items that are not associated with the convention whatsoever. These are flight and car rentals, transit, and miscellaneous. Since I actually live very close by to the host location for Motor City Furcon, I can skip the hotel booking part for that convention. However, I can't exactly do that with Anthrocon or Furry Weekend Atlanta. Now, when should you register? As soon as they open? As soon as the convention happens? Well, the real answer is it depends. If you want to spend the money for the higher attendance tiers as well as the suites, then feel free to spend that money away, as if it's flying out of my treasure hoard. Hey! Don't steal that! That's my precious coins! No! No, Grabby! No! Mine! Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. However, if you want to budget smartly for all three, well, four in this case for me, you should take the tier that makes the most fiscal sense. To identify which one makes the most sense, you need to calculate your income per pay month, not per pay period. Unless if you get paid monthly, then you are fine and do not have to do this messy math. Once you calculate the amount of money you bring in per month, subtract your monthly expenses from the time between when the registration opens to while you are attending the convention from how much you will be making for that same period of time. Pretty simple so far? No? Well, I am a dragon who loves mathematics, statistics, algebra, and everything numbers. Moving onward, we got the registration portion covered now, so let's calculate the slight problem. I need to address the elephant in the room based on my experience with signing up for conventions. Each convention does not open its block for the hotels immediately. Usually, you would have to wait a period of time before you can book a room if you register before the hotel blocks are open. Unlike me in 2024, while trying to register for Anthrocon, which I did both hotel registration and convention registration at the same time. Now, this part is tricky when your convention has more than one hotel. For example, in 2025, Furry Weekend Atlanta has 5 hotels plus overflow. If you want to budget, try to go with a cheaper hotel option if you are rooming by yourself. If you have roommates, I would recommend you see if they're willing to contribute to the cost of the room. If not, try to budget for the lowest possible price room that fits your budgetary needs, and not the room that everybody wants. For me, it is the main hotel, the Marriott Marquis Atlanta, which is $181 per night plus fees, as of the writing of this video. Keep in mind, this is the 2025 hotel room prices. After you register for your room, you need to determine how you are going to get there. Are you driving? Or flying? Or are you going to be an epic hardcore diehard who takes public transit like me when I can? I'd calculate each out to the fullest extent to see which option is the cheapest. Let's start out with the most obvious option, flying. Most of us are coming from long distances and don't want to drive the 5 hours or more to a convention. If you are in the United States, you are likely aware that flights are expensive. Hence why it is better to get the flights taken care of first, if you plan on flying. Now, don't get that airline that makes you change over at any number of destinations, also known as a layover. Direct flights is what you absolutely want to book if you want to get to the convention quickly. If you cannot avoid a layover, don't worry about that. My general rule when it comes to layovers is, if you're spending 3 hours or more at an airport for a layover, it is not worth it. My preferred airline of choice is Delta, because they have, as of the time of me writing this script, a cool perk where if you're a person who loves Starbucks, you can get miles for each time you reload $25 on your Starbucks gift card in the Starbucks app. Mind you, none of this is sponsored. Some convention hotels have Starbucks that accept gift cards and mobile orders, although sometimes not both. So don't shy away from this idea, as it could be a lifesaver if you don't want to spend physical cash on coffee or snacks. Now, another thing to keep in mind. Most airports that I have been to have Starbucks, so you can also order on the app or use your gift card at the airport. So don't shy away from Starbucks when you're going back home, because if you're a coffee drinker, like I know a lot of people are, that Starbucks, lifesaver. While Delta offers many direct flights to most destinations, they also have some flights that have connections, which is not too bad. Although, a typical flight for me, from my hometown airport to Atlanta, is about $300 for main cabin as of the writing of the script. Prices obviously will vary, of course. It is hard to calculate what fuel prices will be in any amount of time from now, however, because those fuel price changes affect your flight plans and rental car plans, or even your regular driving plans. So please plan accordingly and carefully. As for car rentals, it is pretty much more straightforward for fuel budgeting. What I do is that I budget $50 per fill-up for sedans and $100 for anything larger than that to provide a bit of a buffer zone to any unexpected gas price changes, such as one tail for a gallon of diesel. Now, you are not taking this dragon's tail, not today! Speaking of car rentals, it is important you check the reputation of the rental company of your choice for the pickup location. Reading the reviews will save you a lot of time with some of the headaches of renting a car, especially if the airport pickup location has terrible customer service, which I have actually heard of at specific car rental locations across the United States. Not just in one airport, multiple airports. So please be careful of which one you go with. Now, some rental car companies have loyalty programs. Please take advantage of those. Those points build up over time, and if you get enough of those points, like I almost do, you could end up getting a free day for a rental. Now, I'm not sure if those programs will have points expiring in a certain amount of time. Please make sure you read the terms and conditions of the points program so that way you know if your points expire after a certain period of time, because some of them like to sneak that in there. Now, what I recommend is that you rent the car that fits the function of the purpose of what you need, not the one you absolutely would love to have. Fuel efficiency is key when booking car rentals, but so is the size. If it is just you, simply get a sedan, as the trunk space is more than enough for your needs. If you have many people though, getting the larger vehicle would be more beneficial in this case. Although, be on the lookout, some hotel parking garages have size limits on vehicles for parking, like at Furry in Atlanta. Some of the parking garages have height limits and width limits on those vehicles, so some hotels don't even accommodate pickup trucks or large SUVs. Most of these places were built in the 60s, 50s, or earlier, where parking sizes did not matter at the time. The car has definitely changed in size since then, but be on the lookout, because that way you know what to look for. Double check the hotel's website to see the parking size restrictions, and also double check to see if the hotel has a parking fee. For example, this year, the main hotel for Modesty Furcon in 2025, the Marriott. This is not on the convention's behalf, by the way. The Marriott has implemented a $15 parking fee for the first time, which has kinda put the whole convention goers into a little bit of a tizzy, to say the least. Not all of them, but some of them, of course, because up until this point, parking was free for that hotel. Anyway, the last expense is miscellaneous. This is your food, drinks, and other stuff you plan on purchasing at the convention. Bring cash if you can, but use contactless payments if you don't have any cash on hand. For example, if you spent it all on the dealer's stand, then use your contactless payment if you have money in your account. Don't overdraft your account, please. I'm not telling you to overdraft your account. If you overdraft your account, I'm not liable for you overdrafting your account. Disclaimer out of the way, please be aware that I kind of covered this topic in a previous video. Now, if you want a helpful tool that will aid you and help you with planning and budgeting for the conventions I plan on attending in 2025, I have linked in the description of this video a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that you can download that takes the convention rates of 2025's conventions that I am attending, and you can plug in your own numbers if you choose to do so. Please note, I do not have the fees included on this calculator, nor taxes and any additional expenses. And no, I do not include any additional hotels that are near the convention location that are not affiliated with the convention. This is meant to be a baseline price calculator for multiple conventions, not the end-all be-all that includes every fee, tax, and hidden dollar amount possible. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and consider subscribing, as I'm trying to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Sharing this video with others will also be appreciated, as I would love to showcase more topics within the furry fandom that are not really covered as much. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you all have a dragontastic day. Now, it's time for me to throw you out my cave. Hello everyone, Aerith here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This video's like goal is a mere 25 likes because why not? Do you think we can beat that like count? If so, then destroy that like button like a true dragon would. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, as every little bit helps. I will see you all in the next video.